Hi, my name is David Hunter, and this is From the Abyss. I want to see if you notice anything special about this today. No hat. My daughter Raven probably would have caught that right off the rip. And she also knows what that means. And let me tell you the rest of you what that means. My hat is a persona. It kind of protects me a little bit when I do these videos. Today, I am coming to you with no armor on. All walls down. As truly honest and intimate as I can be. Today's video is entitled The Fallacy of Time. I am only going to speak from my personal experience and my feelings on it. About 30 years ago, I was introduced to AA, 1990 to be exact. And I had sobriety of 10 years, 5 and 5. Now, when I had my 10 years, or was building up to it, I also circuit spoke in the tri-state area. I spoke at conventions, young people's conventions, stuff like that. I had a great pitch. I could make people laugh, cry, hammer them with the point I want, but unfortunately, I believed my own bullshit, and which led me to a relapse. Well, not a relapse. I chose to pick up. I became trapped by my own time. This is what I mean when I say this. I was more concerned with my standing in AA and the time I had rather than doing the work I needed to do to find out why I used in the first place. Yes, I did the steps. I had many sponsees, took a lot of them through the steps. I also sponsored men and women at the time because people could trust me. But I was never truly happy. I didn't understand why I would speak at a convention and get a round of applause and sign some big books, and then 2 hours later I was picking up a prostitute. I didn't understand why I did that. It wasn't until I got into therapy many years later and discovered things like me being molested as a child, distorted my view on sex and my perceptions and all that. I thought time, the more time I had, the more sober I was, or the better off I was. And that's just not true. The more time I got, the more I was trapped by it. When I did eventually pick up and use after 10 years, I could not I did come back for 2 stints, but it just was so hard. I had been David Hunter with 10 years, spoke at different conventions, very well known and respected, to all of a sudden getting snickered back to the kiddie table, lost all my sponsees, couldn't share meetings I had founded and started. Why? Because I picked up one night? That just doesn't make sense. See, I thought the more years I had, the better off I was. But that wasn't true. Today I found out that the harder I work on myself, the more open I am in therapy, the way I address certain things, the way I take responsibility for my actions and for the things I've done, that's freed me. I don't consider myself sober. I don't consider myself in recovery. I just consider myself a human being who's doing the best he can. And I've had slips. Oh, God, I hate that word, sorry. I've made bad choices. And guess what? I still help people. I still sponsor them. Because they see me come back from a mistake and work twice as hard. So to me, time is not important. Now, there are people out there, some members of the group I run, which is called From the Abyss also, who count their time and are proud of it, and that's great. But Kelsey Grammer, a long time ago, said, congratulating an alcoholic for not drinking is like congratulating a cowboy with hemorrhoids for not getting on a horse. I wish I could take credit for that, but it was Kelsey Grammer. I don't congratulate myself for not killing myself anymore. I mean, it's just common sense. You know, and I don't look at as alcoholism or drug addiction as a disease. It's a choice. I still have to pick up a bottle or pick up a syringe and put it in me for it to happen. So it is a choice. So what I'm trying to say to all of you is don't get trapped in your time. Allow yourself to be human. Allow yourself to make mistakes. You know, that's my biggest problem with AA. And I've said this a million times, I'm not anti-AA. Just some of its tenets I don't believe in, like powerlessness or any of that. But it is a great group, and I have friends who are still in it for 30 years plus. And you know what they tell me? They tell me how proud they am of what I've created for myself because they couldn't reach me. And they didn't know how. And they've never seen me so happy and fulfilled in my life. So whatever I'm doing is working for me. Today I don't let my time trap me. I could care less about it. It means nothing to me. Learning how to handle situations. Like when a good friend walks out the door, being patient not to say anything nasty so when they come back I don't have more things to apologize to. Being able to truly hear someone when they say something to me. Being present in the moment like I am here with you. That's what I'm learning. So time doesn't bother me anymore. And I know there's a lot of people out there too that it doesn't bother. I just did a thing on a sober group on Facebook. And like 113 people agreed with me. People get trapped in their time and thinking it's so important when it's not. Alcoholism and drug addiction are not the problem. Everybody stays away from it like it's the problem. It's not the problem. You are. I am. How I look at things in life. How I perceive them. I don't attack people anymore when I don't understand what they're saying. So don't get caught up in your time. Do the work. And if you're 90 days clean, whatever, and you think life is wonderful, I don't want to know you. Because you should not be able to sleep. Anxiety should be ripping through you if you're being real with yourself. And you should be busting your ass in therapy, opening up old wounds. So this is David Hunter from the Abyss saying, don't let your time trap you. And don't worry about it if you've lost it. It doesn't mean anything. This is David Hunter from the Abyss saying, have a good day.